Good morning, everyone. Thanks for jumping on. Happy last Monday of 2024. I don't know if that makes you super excited or if that makes you feel a little bit anxious and overwhelmed, but we get together every Monday morning just for a little kickstart to our day, our week, our month, whatever the case might be, just to work our businesses together and just show up and support each other. So today is going to be a little bit different. We are actually going to go for an entire hour today. You're going to get a lot of time to just sit in silence while we work. And that will give you a little bit of that accountability. But this first little bit, I just want to chat a little bit about closing this year, welcoming the new year, some thoughts that have come up for me, some of the plans and all of that. And then a little bit later, I will hopefully, if my screen share works, we'll just give you like some bulleted tasks for things if you are not doing or if you have not been doing. December 27th, I just like started overposting, oversharing, filling my stories, and it's worked very well. It loaded my funnel back up for engagement and people who are like, hey, what are you doing for a New Year's challenge and all the things. So that's kind of what we'll chat about if you don't have stories right now. If you go scroll back and have not posted since Christmas, all of those things is like, we might need to just, stop, take a deep breath, get a post up, throw some stories out there, and then some messaging ideas. We'll work on that as well. So welcome. I'm glad you're here if this is your first time. If you're just jumping in, we are going to continue these. As long as you show up, I'm going to show up. So we will continue these through next year. As of right now, I need to keep it 9:30 to 10, just the quick power shot. We'll get on, get off. I am going to try to pull some guest speakers for you guys, just for some like what's working, top tips type things. So that is in the works. You may have seen, if you are new here, we have a Power Hour Messenger chat where I put a lot of the information. So raise your hand or let me know in the chat if you showed up for Melissa Eichenhorst and Rebecca Folk's Vision Mastermind. It was wonderful. I was able to jump on the first half. Anytime you give me a free printable, I'm there. I'm a geek like that. There's a recording that I can post. It was so good. But as I was filling out the first question for all of these different areas, I was like, I don't even know if I like what these answers are. So I'm huge on reflecting. I love like the whole processing of where am I? Where do I want to be? Why am I here? All of those things. And a lot of times for me, like as I'm asking those questions, I'm like, oh gosh, what's the common denominator? It's me in every single situation, right? So it's some good time for some reflection. I did find a few quotes, a few things that I wanted to share with you. So the first thing, and this hit me, I guess I found it like 3 days ago when I was kind of working through some things and working with some team members. I know reflecting can be hard, and we'll talk through some of that. This made me stop my scroll, and I want to start this call off by reading this to you guys. There will be a lot of posts soon in your feed from people sharing how much they achieved in 2024. But in case you are somebody that needs to hear this, it's okay if the only thing that you did this year was just get through. And I want you to hear that on so many levels, because yes, we're here as a power hour. Yes, we're here to show up for ourselves and our businesses. Yes, we're here to set goals and rank up and all of the things. But I think that this sets that platform for the whole cliche of you never know what somebody's going through behind the scenes. There has been some tragedy in our town with people who have gone on to heaven, and some have been shocking that people just felt like life was too much. And from the outward facing, you would have thought everything was fine, and you didn't know that there was something going on behind the scenes. So I try to remember when I'm reaching out to people that it's always people first, right? And I might think to myself, why aren't they pushing for goals? Why did they join and said that oh, you can't hear me? That's not good. Mine is fine. But now that's several of you. You guys can still hear me okay? Okay. Well, I'll just keep on rocking and rolling and hopefully the recording will be good. But my first instinct is to like message people, be like, this was your goal. We haven't reached it. Where are you? What are you doing? Um, and and lately, and especially when this text came up, it's like, you know what? People matter. I was working with somebody yesterday on goals, and we were going through like who turned their subscriptions off, who didn't ship, all that. And she could sit there, and I think we went through 13 names, and she was able to tell me the story for each of those people and why they hadn't ordered. She knew every story because she had been following up with them and checking in with them on a human level. She knew what they were struggling with in their life, and she knew that it was okay that their next order was going to be January or February or 2026 or whatever that may be. So I want you guys to hear me that the timing is always different for everyone. And as we're working, sometimes somebody just needs somebody to walk alongside them and say, you're going through this, but I will help carry you with this, and let's do this together. For me, showing up in my work, showing up in my business is something that fuels me. So even if I do feel like this is something that I'm struggling with behind the scenes, more often than not, I still want to engage in my business because that is something that fills my cup for me. So I just wanted to leave that there. But as I was working through my dream life visualization journal and I didn't like what the answers were, it's like, why is this? So I want to read to you really quick. I'm in like a generic network marketing group. And so I can't claim this as mine, but the characteristics that I'm going to read to you are something that anybody could have put together. But Rob Sperry is the guy that just like put all of this together. And in the post, it said, what are some common habits of people who are not successful? And I'm like, I wonder if any of those are for me. So I'm going to read these really quick. I just want you to listen. And I can post this later. But as you're reflecting, like I did when I was on that mastermind, I was like, yeah, I think there's some areas that I didn't even realize it was about me and I needed to adjust. But I don't want you to just hear this is a trait of an unsuccessful person because there's always an opposite. So maybe it's an area of you're like, oh, I didn't identify that, but here's something that I really need to work on. So here's a quick list. Lack of mindfulness, not being present in the moment or aware of their actions. I have failed at multitasking a million times. So this was definitely for me. Ungratefulness, focusing on what's missing instead of appreciating what you have. So here I want to let you guys know that this is huge. And if you need to read the book, The Gap and the Gain, if you feel like you're always focusing on what's next or what's missing, even though you have something there, it was 2024, I will say that was one of the best books I have ever read that really helped with my mindset on things. So The Gap and the Gain would help us to adjust and shift our focus on gratitude for the journey and where we are in relation to where we started instead of saying, but I'm not there yet, wherever there is. Not valuing time, treating their most precious resources as if it's unlimited. And I don't know about you, I have wasted time. I have done a lot of things where I'm like, dang, I wish I could get that time back. And so that might be just a little bit of a pause for how is my time management? Did it look good in 2024? Are there areas that I need to time block better? Are there areas where I'm wasting an hour of time that I probably could be investing in work? A lot of people say, I haven't hit my goals. I'm not being successful because I don't have enough time. And I would probably argue with that statement that there's just not the correct use of valuing pockets of time and what label you are giving to that area of time. If you're just jumping on, we're going through traits of unsuccessful people, or just some qualities of, hey, I didn't hit my goals this year and I'm trying to do this reflection and processing for why. Chasing instant gratification. So sacrificing long-term goals, maybe for short-term rewards, is pretty self-explanatory. Victim mentality, blaming circumstances instead of taking responsibility. Now, a lot of things are outside of our control, obviously, but a lot of times there are some things that we can maybe adjust focus with and say, well, I can't control this, but what are my thoughts and feelings about this situation that I can't control, and how can I move through and changing my thoughts, therefore changing my actions and outcome. Along the same lines, excuses, finding reasons why things can't work instead of figuring out how to make them happen. Laziness, avoiding hard work because it takes hard work. And I will tell you, this business is simple, but a lot of times it's not easy. And sometimes, like the last 2 days, I'm like, gosh, why don't I work this hard all the time? There is a factor of I would just rather do other things. And sometimes I just don't do the work. Criticism. So this might be something where tearing others down instead of building themselves up, or maybe you have paused and are finding yourself unsuccessful because you've allowed criticism to be something that has affected you and what you are doing in your business because others maybe are criticizing you. Fear of change, staying stuck in your comfort zone rather than embracing growth. Bad spending habits, prioritizing wants over physical discipline. No comment. Blaming others, refusing to take ownership or of your failures and or setbacks. Procrastination. This is kind of where it started hitting really hard for me. Delaying important tasks until opportunities slip away. Too much television, wasting time on passive consumption instead of active creation. So this is something where I feel like everybody deserves, to go to the movies with their kids or on a date or whatever. If you are effectively time blocking and working your business and being productive in your where your time is, you should have time that you're like, you know what? I want to watch an hour show, and that should be okay. And there should be no guilt and no shame and all of that. Christmas break tends to be when I kind of binge some things and, spend some time all warm and cozy watching things. And I just realized I do need a break. But guess what? If I, sign three people, and if I sign three people, um, I should be able to close my computer and say, you know what, I'm going to go be present with my family. The day after Christmas, we played a new game. Our whole family, so me, my husband, my three boys, we all sat in a circle at the kitchen table and we played trivia, a new trivia game that's easier than Trivial Pursuit because I won. And we played for 2 hours, no phones, no devices. Like we just had that time. And it was so amazing to know that, we weren't distracted. We were spending that time together, and it was so wonderful. So how are you time blocking? How are you investing your time? Are you wasting it on TV? Or maybe you can put your TV on while you're riding your Peloton or doing whatever other exercise and stuff like that. I'm not sure why people can't get on the Zoom. Thank you guys for helping me out while I'm talking with this. Loving your comfort zone. Obviously, you can't be successful in your comfort zone. Obstacles focused. Do you see challenge instead of opportunities? And there's a few more things. And then we're going to really get to work. So a few more traits that maybe have been holding you back. No action, overthinking and underperforming. So how many of you are like, I can't do XYZ until I learn how to do XYZ? Or I can't do this until this is perfect. I can't make this post until I get dressed, take a shower, put lipstick on, take a new selfie, and then the day is gone and you never posted because you wanted it to be perfect. So take messy action. If for nothing else, if you have learned anything from me, it's take messy action. No discipline, lacking structure to achieve long-term goals. It takes discipline and consistency. No mission or vision, driving aimlessly without purpose. And that is what this worksheet that we will post for you guys, it's in the chat. That's what it's going to really help you with is, why am I here? Why am I doing this? What are my goals? Why am I setting goals? All of that. So which habits are holding you back, and what shift can you make today going into the new year? Maybe there was something on that list. You're like, oh gosh, that's me. Like, I just need to take messy action because I'm a perfectionist, or my time blocking is lacking and I'm wasting time. Where are there areas that you can tweak as you reflect on where you are now moving forward to the new year? Success doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from choosing progress every day. Is committing to those habits, which leads me to, I'm restarting this for the new year. You guys are probably so tired of hearing me say this. It's on sale on Amazon for $11. It's the hard copy. Go grab it. This is what I'm doing for the New Year's challenge for myself and inviting anybody else who wants to do it. Maybe I'll read some more out of it for our power hours. You need to be investing in something, some kind of personal growth and development that helps you feel fueled and motivated for. We are going to rock and roll and move through our goals in New Year. So drop in the comments what you are reading for the new year. I would love to know. And then working on that vision. Does anybody have any comments? Anything that they want to add before I attempt to screen share? If you're brand new and you're like, what are we doing? Thank you guys for jumping on. It's so good to see all of you. I do see lots of new faces. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why do I like the slight edge? The slight edge can be applied to any area of your life. And it is also a reminder that it's just as easy to do or not do the simple daily things that lead to massive results. So when you see somebody, I guarantee you, I do this all the time. You see a before and after, and it's like 40-pound weight loss. And you're like, oh my gosh, it must be nice. Oh my gosh, how did they do that? And you message them and you're like, tell me what you're doing. Tell me the secret. And then they're telling you that they're drinking 100 ounces of water every single day, and they've been doing that the last 2 years. They're telling you that they're getting 10,000 steps in every single day, and they've been doing that for the last 2 years. They give you all of those secrets, which are daily steps, simple steps, a lot of times things that are so easy that we would overthink it, prioritizing protein, all of these things, and it's small, simple steps repeated daily over time that produces massive results. So we see the emerald rank ups and we're like, gosh, it must be nice. And you don't know that behind the scenes, they're messaging 10 people every single day, no matter what. They don't go to bed until they hit that daily goal. And then you're like, well, I'm not setting daily goals. I'm not messaging 10 people a day. And it all starts to make sense that it's as easy to do as it is not to do. I didn't get on my Peloton last night till like 8:45 p.m. And all day I just put it off. I'm working and put off. Like I can work from my Peloton. Like I can bring my phone with me. But it would have been just as easy to say I'm going to sit my butt in my chair and keep working versus moving my body for 30 minutes. That decision, this book enforces, like it's up to you to control where you go, but it's not like this huge quantum leap. It literally is in the teeny tiny details and decisions every single day. To turn the TV on or to turn it off, to go for a walk, to not go for a walk, all of those things. But I love the fact that it's a general personal growth book because it can literally be applied to relationships, to finances, to your business, to any area of life. So that for me is one of those things that I absolutely love. Okay, so what are your habits? When you're reflecting, yes, keep promises to yourself. When you're reflecting, I really think it's good to process and do a reflection. Now it's telling me I don't have a stable, bear with me, it's saying that don't have a stable connection. Habits, slight edge, vision casting. I really feel like my vision casting, I'm going to do a whole thing on the first, but I have so many goals to finish the next 48 hours that I'm not going to sit down and get all warm and fuzzy. With all of this until after the new year. So we are going to get to work and I will be popping in and out with some thoughts and some things like that. But you need to know where you are and where you want to be when the fireworks go off for, the new year rolling over. I spent some time last week. Now I don't do spreadsheets. That's hopefully one thing that I'm going to learn in the new year. But guess what? It works really well. I have my color-coded list. I've got all my names. I went through and wrote down every single level one on my position, my husband's position, and my reentry position. Who's ordered, who's commission qualified, who needs to order, all the things. And I'm literally going down my list, messaging every single level one. Do they want to be in our New Year's challenge? Are they not ordering for a certain reason? Did they want to grab the Slim and Restore because it's on sale, which is an amazing sale? So each person, depending on what bucket I've put them in, active and qualified, yay, let's do the challenge together. Active didn't order yet this month. Yay, we've got sales and all the things. Inactive, haven't heard from them in 6 years. Awesome. Let's get you restarted with a free reset. Like I'm literally for the last few days have been going down this list while I'm posting, doing my stories, talking about the New Year's challenge. And four new level ones just in the last 48 hours. A bunch of them have just continued to follow up. Some of them are old customers from years ago that decided to come back. So, where are you and where do you want to be? Now, your goal might be 20 credits away from the goal that you have this year. Cassie, I believe that you can do it. Where is that going to come from? Are you reaching out? Are you enrolling new level ones? Are you helping level ones go silver? All of the things. So, I am going to bravely attempt to share my screen. Corporate is not doing a challenge. Okay, here goes nothing. Can y'all see that? Full screen. Okay, we good? This is my first attempt at one of my New Year's things, which is to learn Canva. So I threw this together last night. And I just want this to be a little bit of a quick overview for where am I? What do I want to be doing? We've got the sale on Slim, MetaBurn, Balance, Restore. You can build a bundle at a discount. You can still get your free reset if you have 100 PV. Have you enrolled for the $200 cash for Christmas? Maybe you need to, maybe you're sitting at 94 pay points and you were previously gold. Maybe you need to add 3 and work on the rank rewards. There's a lot of areas for you to say, where am I? Where do I want to be? And what am I going to do to move the needle forward today? And so I just want this to be a little bit of a reminder for really getting focused on, okay, today and tomorrow, what are the few things that I need to do? Am I going to enroll 4? Am I going to enroll 8? Am I going to help a team member enroll 4? Have I had people throughout the year that have said that they wanted to order and haven't? Maybe finances have been an issue. The sale is an amazing reason to reach out. And I will put in the chat. I will put in the chat in just a second a message that is working for follow-ups with that. Me personally, I am throwing in an extra after they order and have everything in place. I'm sending them $10 Venmo to cover like tax and shipping. And that's just a little bit of a happy new year. I'm doing my own personal thing, but you don't have to do that because corporate has all of this stuff. So I just want you to kind of take a look here. We're going to take 5 minutes. And I want you to do like a little bit of a brain dump. Where am I? If you need to log into your back office and see what your pay points are right now, where am I with leaders retreat credits, rank, points, all of that, and where do you want to be? We're going to take 5 minutes and just focus. Like you might feel like, oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I just want you to take 5 minutes with this as a little bit of your to kind of get your brain going. And I want you to just do a brain dump. What do I need to be working on today? Okay, really quick, while I try to get my second page that I made with all of our prompts for what we're going to work on the next 30 minutes. If you have not done a post yet this morning, whether it's just an engaging post, I'm telling you guys, like you will lose friends over when you take your Christmas tree down. So maybe you just need to throw up a poll about when do you take your Christmas decorations down. Maybe you just need to jump in your stories. I saw Emily Roberts just made a post of her holding her Metabird in front of her Christmas tree, and it said, "Take two and take down Christmas." Just so if you need to just do a post or a story or something, go jump and get an idea from what something that I posted, whatever. See when the last post that you made, and do you have a story? If not, for the next 5 minutes, while my technology challenge self gets the next slide up, that's your homework for 5 minutes. You make a post, make a story, throw a poll up. A bunch of the engagement that I'm getting right now is because I'm asking questions. Talk about what book you're reading for the new year and ask people what they're reading. Anything that's going to like increase people commenting and giving you their opinion about something. What are your New Year's plans? Are you a pajamas and stay home? Are you a get the glitter and sequins and go to parties? That's another really good engaging question. And then I have a list of things that I'm hoping that I can get to screen share next, and I will be back. So we are posting in your stories, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it is that you are. 5 minutes, ready, set, go. You'll see that that gray screen with a list. Okay, friends, let me know in the chat if you cannot see this. So I pulled this. It's not letting me put it in presentation mode. I don't know why. Let's see. Let me do it again. There we go. Y'all let me know if you can see that. I can't see you anymore because now I made you disappear to get this to show up. So maybe you can drop in the chat on Facebook. This is kind of an end of month brain dump. This is not from me, but is in general. Some things that I would just start from top to bottom. Are you commission qualified? You would be very surprised at the number of people who have like credit cards that the year expired and then they need to update their credit card. Do you have 100 PV? Do all of your close team members have 100 PV? Subscriptions that didn't process. If you're kind of filtering through, like, I need to get retention credits for leaders retreat, or this is just a really good way to say, like, where am I and where am I going and how can I get there? If you have people that you can do shout out graphics for, enrolled one, enrolled two, enrolled three, or if they got the Christmas cash and enrolled four, if you want to make a graphic for them, messaging new people, telling them about any kind of New Year's challenge that you have going on. Are they fast start eligible? A lot of people who have added two and maybe need to just add one more to get their fast start silver. This is just a really, really good checklist. This kind of this paragraph right here, personal follow-ups and reach outs. This is what I have been doing for the last 48 hours, and it has been very productive and very successful. So I would just make sure that you are checking in with everyone. Um, and that will help as you're moving into the new year. Rank rewards, like I said, maybe somebody re-ranked senior gold, but they haven't added three, reminding them that there's a bonus attached to that, but they would need to add three to get that. All of those things. Now, really quick, I've seen like four separate huge diamond teams, like they're doing either a boot camp. There's been like four themed ones that I've been seeing all over social media. So figure out who your jewel upline is and what your team is doing for a New Year's challenge. There is a big one, 25 hard. There's like 20 diamonds that have collaborated. So if you're seeing that, that's what that is. But that has been something that has been super successful as far as reaching out and inviting people to grab their products and then participate in a New Year's challenge. The free reset is huge. Building bundles with triplex or slim and restore and then getting their free reset is a great way to start the new year strong. So I'm going to leave this up here and we are going to spend the next 15 minutes just working on going through, like, what do I need to be doing, checking in with people, following up, going through line by line, go to your back office and then go to points and rank up and then load data and load all of the names that you see for who are my VIPs, who are my brand ambassadors, where are they? If you have team members who are silver and above, you can scroll all the way to the right. And I like to sort by team points and see who is close to that next rank or re-rank and check in with them and say, hey, is there anything I can do to kind of help you with any goals that you have for the new year? There's no wrong answer with that. So we're going to take the next 10 or 15 minutes and work through this list, and then I will be back. That's fun when you get kicked off your own Zoom. I didn't mean for it to end. You guys are still here, but I was not still here. Uh, okay, so I'm assuming the screen share is gone since I got booted out of everything. Yes, no. Can y'all just see the gallery? Okay, awesome. We're just going to roll with it. If you're just showing up along with me for the fun, I appreciate you being here. Um, so I hope this was helpful. I really want to encourage you guys, set a goal that you can hit today and then set a goal that you can hit tomorrow. So no matter where you end, you feel like you did what you wanted to with what you could with where you are. And that's kind of where I am. I'm just getting super excited about all of these reach outs and people who want to do a challenge or who want to get restarted on their products. Some of them are like, I don't know about all that. And I'm like, well, at least just grab this book and let's read through a book together. So whatever that might look like, I went ahead and posted the checklist for you guys so you can actually read it. Like I said, bear with me. That was my very first original Canvas slide that I tried to put together myself. So I would just put the checklist in the chat for you guys. If you need to get added to the chat, message whoever invited you here, or you can message me and I will add you. And I just am so grateful for each and every one of you and love coming together so that we can just kind of all get on the same page and work together. Get your list, get your buckets, make your posts. The last thing I want to say is don't underestimate the power of a poll or a slide or whatever that might be. The engagement that I'm getting is people that are voting on that, which gives me permission to reach out to them when they slide that little thing over. And a lot of them were like, whoopsie, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to vote. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. Happy New Year. What are your plans? It just at least starts a conversation. So give your network an opportunity to engage. Make sure when you're posting and sharing that you're asking questions. 13 comments on your Christmas tree posts. I'm telling you guys, like, it's like fighting words. So anyway, thank you guys so much for jumping on. I will see you guys next week. I am going to schedule out the series of Zooms. So it's my own meeting room and it'll be the same every time. We're just going to try to get all fancy for 2025. Anyway, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for being here. I'll post the recording for you. Thanks so much. Talk to you later.